Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Diane Evans Wood. This channel is all about how to live with cancer and how to live with cancer well. I've been living with low-grade serous ovarian cancer since 2014, and so I've learnt quite a lot over those years about how to deal with it. And one of the questions that I get asked most often is, how do I cope? Trying to answer that question, how I cope, is really difficult because it varies. It varies depending on what state of mind I'm in and what's happening with my disease at the time. So I will try and share with you how I do cope, some of the coping strategies that I've picked up along the way. In addition to this, I was a palliative care clinical nurse specialist for many years, and so what I learnt over those years has stood me in good stead to cope with my own disease. And the patients that I cared for, they showed such grit and determination, such bravery, and in addition to that, shared with me in such a raw way that I picked up so much from them about how to cope with living with cancer. And so this channel is all about, from a personal point of view, my personal point of view of living with cancer as a patient, and also from a professional point of view, how what I learnt over the years, I think, is what I want to try and share with you, because all of that knowledge is very valuable, and I feel that I owe it to all of those patients that I cared for over the years to try and pass on their words of wisdom, because they shared that with me so willingly, and I just think that their words deserve to be heard. You might know me also from Living with Ovarian Cancer podcast, which is a podcast that I set up a couple of years ago now. That podcast is all about how to live with ovarian cancer, and it's the stories from women who are living with the disease and how they cope. That podcast gives women a voice because I wanted to enable women to be able to share their own stories, everyday extraordinary women living with this disease. I wanted it to be their own voice, their own stories in their own words. And I also wanted it to be a legacy for the women as well, because inevitably with ovarian cancer, some of my guests have since died since they shared their story, and their words and their legacy lives on through the podcast, and that's really important to me. I know it's a lot better these days because we've got mobile phones and we record videos and all sorts, don't we, these days? But often when doing bereavement visits after my patients had died, their loved ones would say one of the things that they missed a great deal was the sound of the voice of their loved one who died. And so that was another reason why I wanted to set up my podcast. But now I've introduced the channel and myself, I think I'll just introduce you to where I'm recording this video today and why. I'm recording this from a small piece of woodland that myself and my husband bought when we both retired, and it's in the New Forest in Hampshire. We are incredibly lucky to have this piece of land. It has become a sanctuary for me. It's become a bolt hole and a safe place, and it's just got everything that I hold dear and precious all around me. And it's nature. Nature keeps me going a lot of the time. So I'll explain a bit more about that as we go along, because it's very much my spiritual belief. And that helps me to get through all of this cancer stuff. So I'll share more about that with you as we go along. But for now, I'll say goodbye to you. I'm in the fairy realm at the moment. As many of you know, I'm known as Fairy Realm on social media. And I say goodbye to you and say thank you so much for watching this video. And please like and subscribe to the channel, because I would really love to see this channel grow I'd love for more people to be able to benefit from the community that I want to build up within YouTube here, and to benefit from some of what I've got to say about how I cope, really, from my own experience and my professional experience. So yeah, make sure that you subscribe and you don't miss another video. Goodbye for now, and I'll see you at the next one. Okay, lots of love.